Hello and welcome. This is Kathleen Booth of Quintain Marketing, and in this short video I'm going to show you how to customize an unhosted WordPress.com blog. In an earlier video we set up the ASI test blog that you see here, and we're now logged into WordPress, which you can tell because our menu shows up here, but we're in the public side of the blog. This is what someone would see if they typed in asitestblog.wordpress.com. Now what we want to do is customize this blog. So I'm going to go over here to my blog and click on Dashboard. Here in the dashboard you can see that this is the back-end management side of your blog. When you first log into WordPress, it's going to give you this welcome message which has quite a few helpful links in it. It will give you the address of your dashboard, which is also the URL where you should log in. It gives you a link to the Getting Started guide from WordPress, and it also gives you some key links within your dashboard. One of the first things you should do is go into your profile and customize it. So here we are in our WordPress.com public profile, and as you can see you have a gravatar, which is an image that represents you. You can customize that very simply by clicking on Change Your Gravatar. But you should put in some basic information. In this case, I'm going to put in my name, but it could be your company name as well. So I'm entering in Kathleen Booth, and it's going to be displayed publicly as ASI Test Blog. I'm going to choose not to fill in my location or about you at this time. I'm also not going to fill in my contacts until I need it. And I'm going to go in then and update my profile. Once I've updated my profile, the next step is to go in and update the general settings for my blog. This is going to impact how people view it and what information is available publicly. It's important to change your settings so that the blog reads well. Here it's got our site title listed as ASI Test Blog, but it's all one word. So we're going to change it and add some caps to make it a little bit more reader friendly. ASI Test Blog. And we're going to add a tagline, testing out WordPress.com. We have our email address listed. You're going to want to correct your time zone, and the easiest way to do that is to find the city closest to you. In this case, I'm going to choose New York. Make sure your date is formatted and your time formatted correctly, and save those changes. And that'll at least give you the most basic information for your blog and ensure that it is correct. There are quite a few other settings that you'll see down here which you're going to want to check. It's worth the time to go through and take a look at each of them and see whether they make sense or not. A lot of this may or may not be understandable. Some of it's quite technical, but if you go in and play with them, you'll see there are some things that are obvious and you may want to play around with. One of the settings that I do find is important to check is the privacy setting. In this case, you want to make sure, if you are using this blog to promote your business, that the site is visible to everyone, including search engines. Make sure that that first radio button is checked and save those changes. With that, you've got the basic settings for your blog created, and you can go back in and take a look at what your blog looks like by clicking on My Blog and going to Read Blog. It's great to be able to toggle back and forth, and here we can see that now ASI Test Blog is 3 separate words, much more readable.